So today is just a very short topic. So, but you can actually ask questions about, maybe you have been practicing some questions that you don't understand. You can actually ask me after this section. So, because this topic is not really that long. So, let's just let me share the screen. So it's just coordinates. Again, I know that you are familiar with coordinates. You know, the first one, again, is going to be the x-axis. So, for example, now, if I put a coordinate here, so what's going to be coordinate of this number? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I put the coordinate here, so what's going to be?
I'm trying to put it back on.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. Coordinate of this number is 2, 4.
2, 4. Yes. So the purpose of just saying that is to know that what the one on the horizontal comes first, which is 2.
Yeah.
We trace it down. Then the one on the vertical is 4. So it's 2, 4. So what we are going to do today is, when you move them together, or sometimes they can give you grid and they ask you that the initial coordinate of the grid is this. So when the coordinate was moved by this distance, again, where do you think the coordinate will be? So we'll go over that. So X and Y, then you know that coordinate A is this. So remember the rule that applies for 4 quadrants. So you always go along the hallway before you go up, down the stairs. So it's just like the basic thing, that you go vertical again, and then horizontal. The vertical one is the y-axis, while the horizontal one is the x-axis. So extending the x and y-axis beyond the origin reveals negative scale. So, for example, now if the y-axis, you go further down from 0, that means that you're going to the negative scale. If for for x-axis 2, you go further to the left, that means that you're going to the negative scale too. So it doesn't matter. So the region separated by the axis is called what? Quadrants. So, for example, now, there are actually 4 quadrants in you can actually get. So this part is called positive, because the y is positive and the x is also what? Positive. So in this case, it's negative, positive, because the x here is negative and the y is what? Is positive. So if they say that, okay, where would this one fit in? It's going to be this quadrant. You get it? Because the x is negative and and the y is positive. So for this one too, negative, negative. Both x and y axis, they are actually on negative axis. So for example, now this negative, negative, it's going to be what? It's going to be here. Why this one is positive, negative. Again, the x is positive, the y is what? Is negative. So you can see the direction that the numbers are. So if you look at, let's look at this type of question now, just because you already have what's going on to plot it. So let's look at this type of question now. If you have, if they say the point on the coordinate is 1, 1. The coordinate is on 1, 1. So now ask you that this coordinate now move 3, 4. What's going to be the new coordinate? It was 1, 1 before. He now moved 3, 4.
Okay. I think it means I have to add 3 to 1, then 4 to 1. So 3 to 1 is 4. Then 4 to 1 is 5. So it's going to be 5, 4, 5.
4, 5, yes. So well done. That's actually very smart. Some people will actually move it 3 times. Like it's already here. They can move it 1, 2, 3. Then they also move what? 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's actually straightforward. So don't forget that it's positive. So it can also be this. If the coordinate is still 1, 1, and they tell you that's what? It's moving -5, 4. So what's going to be the new coordinates? It moved -5.
I'm going to move to the left. That's yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's -4.
Sorry, hold on a second. Let me see who's joining again. So that I will just let everybody out.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. So yeah, I'm listening to you.
So -5 is -4 to the left.
Yes.
Then moving up 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the coordinate is -4, 5.
Yeah, -4, 5. Good. So another one is this. If it's still 1, 1, and they say that the coordinate has moved, sorry, let me just say it's 2, 1. So the coordinate has moved -4, -5. So where do you think it's going to be?
2, 1 is here. So -4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be -2. Then -5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be -2, -4.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have to move to the left 4 times, which gives me -2. Then if I move downwards 5 times.
Yeah. So you move to the left 4 times. So it's going. So what's the new coordinate?
So the new coordinate is -1, 2, 3, 4. -2, -4.
Yeah. So it's -2, -4. So that's it. Okay. Just want to. Yeah. Just give me a sec. I'm just trying to sort my USB out. So it's malfunction. So you say -2 what?
-2, -4.
Yes, -4. So -2, -4. Yeah, good. So so it also come this way. Let me just try and rub this one off. You know, the join me this thing is not really. So another one is this: if you have what's it called? If you say, okay, for example, now an injured person is actually staying here, and now say that the rescue team, they are due not. So the rescue team is here. Do you get it? So the rescue team is actually here. Do you get it? So, and what's it called? And the rescue team is here, and what's it called? This is the destination they are going. So actually to the hospital. So they have to like pick the rescue person, you get, and what, and go to the hospital. So just ask you that, what's the I'm going to phrase the question this way. So, for example, now, if someone is actually here, and the rescue team is here, so how far do you think it's going to travel to meet up?
It needs to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to move -5, 1, 2, 3. -5, 3.
Yes. -5, 3. Yeah. -5. You need to go to -5. Then it needs to add 3. Yeah. 3. -5. Okay. That's good. So let me just show you something. A more difficult one. Then so when you will start university, like, yeah, I think you want to go to uni.
September next year.
Oh, September next year. So you still have enough time to make sure you sort everything out.
Yeah.
So look at this one now. He said that plots point A and B have been plotted on a grid. So given that ABCD is a square, what are the coordinates of C and D?
It will be 2 to the right. It will be C will be 2, 2, 3, and D will be 2 minus 1.
2
minus
1. Yeah, this one is going to be what, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So it's
But let me look at that question and see if I can interpret it the way you just did, because that's my major problem is interpretation.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
And because functional skills like longer, so like it takes this word differently.
Okay. All right.
So that's it. So you've already got that one good. So I'm just surprised that So this is the can you see the midpoint now? So what's going to be the coordinate of the midpoint?
Coordinate of the midpoint.
The midpoint between A and B.
So would it be 2, 2, 3?
2, 3, yeah. So what you just need to do is this. This is 2. This is the midpoint between the two of them. Yeah. Or if you not sure, you could find the coordinate of this, which is 1, 1, and the coordinate of this is what? Is 3, 5. Mm-hmm. So just need to add what's it called? Add the first one together. 3 plus 1. That's going to give you what? 4. Then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the midpoint on the first one is 2. You add this and this together too. 1 plus 5. That's 6 divided by 2.
6 divided by 2, 3. So that's 2, 3.
2, 3. So it's straightforward. So what about this one?
Find the coordinates of the midpoint of CD. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It will be 0. 0, 0.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
0, 0. Yes, you are right. 0, 0. So which method you use? Any one that ones you use, that is 0, 0. So if I ask you, say M is the midpoint, so can you now find the coordinate of M? They gave you just this coordinate and asked you to find one for M. So what's going to be the coordinate for M?
Okay, so A is 5. Okay, so I'm going to draw the chart, isn't it?
Yeah, you can draw the chart or you can use my method.
Or just use your minus method. Okay.
Yes, just add them
together. 17 plus 5, then which is 22.
Mm-hmm.
Divide by 2 is 11.
It's 11.
Then 10. The other one is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9.
9. That's it.
Yeah. 11, 9.
11, 9. So it's straightforward. You get it, and that's because now can you make a square? This one is slanted now. I want to see maybe you can make a square with this. Why 2 other points? It's not as straightforward as the one you did.
Yeah, to make a square of this one would be 5, 5, 0, and this one will be 3 minus 3. Ooh, that's not it. 1, 2, 3 minus 2. Then 3 minus 2 and 5. Yep. The square. 3 minus 2 and 5, 0.
Okay. So you put here 3 minus 2. Yeah. And 5 what? 5, 0. Yeah. Put it that way. That's good. So that's actually that's a more straightforward, to be honest with you. So it's now we just want to look at what's it called? If they apply it in what's it called? Maybe work atmosphere context. So we want to see how they apply the question. It's just this thing. So to be honest with you, out of the 2 subjects you are doing, I believe that maths is very easy to pass.
I think maths is the other one. That's why.
No, I think it's easy because I don't know because there are some questions. I normally see students sometimes when they do all these things. There are some questions that if you can take care of those questions, I don't think you will score less than 60. But a lot of them just 60% is actually a very that means you lost 40 out of 100 marks and you still pass. So again, but I don't know why some students can actually not put it over just Is I know. I understand what you're talking about.
Why? Because on that pressure and that time counting, you just feel, God, I'm useless.
When that time is counting, that's why I normally say that, the ones you know, why can't you just go and do it? The ones you know, just go and try, go and do it. Then the ones you're not really sure of, you can come back to it. Just believe that you can actually come back to it. So from there, you know what you are doing. But I know it's easier than done, because when you get there, when the tension comes, did I even know these things on this? So this is So because I know a lot of people might struggle with how to actually interpret questions. So that's why I want to go over questions so that we know how to actually interpret it. Let's start with the first one. So guys, then the hot balloon takes off from its show ground, 350 meters above sea level. The pilot aims to land in a field 70 meters above sea level. The balloon rises 40 meters after takeoff and then drops 135 meters. What is the height of the balloon after landing above the landing field now? Can you do it? Do you know what they're talking about there? So if the best thing to actually do is that you know what each sentence, what it means. So for example, I say the hot air balloon takes off from the ground, from the show ground, 250 meters above sea level. That's place. The show ground is like 350 meters above sea level. So imagine that. Then the second part is this: that the pilot aims to land in a field that is 70 meters above sea level. So like he wants to go down. Yeah, because where he was starting from was 350 above sea level. Now, so if he wants to land to 70 above sea level, that means that it's going down. You know that?
Yeah, going down, yeah.
Yeah. So now you know the meaning of the first two sentences now. The third sentence is this: the balloon rises 40 meters after takeoff. That means that when you add 40 to 350, so it's now 390 above sea level, and then drops 135. Now, what's the height of the balloon above the landing field now? So it was 390. So it now take off, then drops 135. So what is 390 minus 135?
255.
That's 255. That's what's the height of the balloon above the landing field now? You know, the landing field is like 70 meters above sea level. Just take away 70 from 255.
70 from 255. That's 185.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. I didn't see that part. The pilot aims to land at 70 meters above sea level. What is the height of the balloon above the landing field? Oh.
Can you see the way? So you have to know, if you want to know how to interpret these questions, what you need to do is this. You need to know what each sentence, what it means.
Okay.
So you can show, a lot of people might struggle with that. Can you see that? Can you see that there's option of 250 there, 255 there?
Yeah.
Because they knew that.
Anyway.
Yeah?
I would have written that. Immediately there's an answer that looks like what I would have just written it and moved on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the best thing is just for you to, follow them, know what they're actually talking about. So, and that one is going to really, yes.
Takes off from a shogun 350 above sea level. Seems to now 70 meters above sea level. Okay, which means it wants to come down then 40 meters after takeoff. It means it's dropping 40 meters, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, look at this one now.
After takeoff, which means it goes up again at 40.
Yes.
Then drops. Okay, then comes down 155. So you would have gotten your 255, then you know what is the height of the balloon landing from the landing field.
So did he ask that what's the height of the balloon?
When it what the height it dropped to. They are just asking you what is the height at. So yeah, I see it. Yeah. Very funny.
So what about this question? It says pilots has a temperature gauge of this.
The pilot has a temperature gauge in the balloon. And the thing is blocking. The screen is blocking it.
Okay. I'm coming. Yes, I've already moved it down. I don't know why it's not moving.
Oh, shit.
Let me see, stop share. Let me see if we can stop the share there. And this just okay, just hold on. I think I did, the just come on, reconnect. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but the screen is still frozen.
Just hold on a sec. I don't know sometimes the app is has money hacked somehow. Sometimes the app just okay. Again.
Yeah.